Yeah, we gonna boogie.
Ooh, good morning. Well, I heard he ruined a pair of jeans, off camera, of course. So, you know, when that would have made premium video. And now I see that starting up here, my damn battery's almost dead. Right back. There we go. Well, we're back to the old 1855. I filled her up with hydraulic fluid, trying to hopefully get her to the shop up there. And my little line down there drenched and ruined a pair of jeans already today. So I guess she's going to get taken apart and fixed right where she sits. So let's get started on this. Let's see what the view is from the old 1755 over here. We'll go like that. Hey, that looks pretty good. Bad news with the 1755. I pulled the dipstick to fire her up, and she has some problems. There's water in the oil, so we're gonna have to probably change the oil in her right where she sits, and then keep an eye on it for a little bit to see what the heck. I would hope that it's just a sleeve or an O-ring, but like we were talking about, worst case scenario is it got parked here and nobody checked the antifreeze. And ooh, mud daubers. Nobody checked the antifreeze, and maybe we got some issues. Hope not that. And of course we got somebody flying over with a noisy ass airplane. Oh, there was a nut on that. Imagine that. Probably a nut on that too. But of course, if there's a nut on that too, but of course. She hosed me off pretty good. I think she was mad at me. Oh well. I made everybody happy, we'd be in a hell of a world, wouldn't we? Hey, that one's just a bolt. It's not a... Nice, very nice. I really like this tractor. It runs really well. He said when we got it, it was just, ouch. It was an old ice cream box type cab on it, so that didn't drive with me. Took that all off and got all the proper rear entry side shields and the floorboards that are right, and the pieces that go in here, those are still not right, but they're fine. see what the hell I'm doing. Hopefully that gets you some picture view here. Now, what do you think the chances are that this stuff will all come apart without too much argument, and then I can get it up far enough where I can work on it without having to take the shift lever out. That would be like sweet if that would happen. I have a sneaking suspicion though that ain't gonna happen probably. Being I think there's one bolt underneath that panel over there, the hydraulic panel. I don't know that I'm gonna get this all up. Yeah. Take a wrench with me just in case I can reach it. I seriously doubt it though. Seriously, I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. Can't even see it. Let's put some light on the subject here. There it is. Right there. Right where you can't get to it. Without taking all this stuff apart. Arrgh. Growl, growl. Growl, growl, growl. Gonna watch a little Casey Liddell here. His daughter chose a winner of a fridge. What is more random than a 4-year-old? Good question. Sometimes them cute little kids on YouTube make me wish I had young ones again. My boys are, let's see, they're 2098, so they are, what? 22 and 24. I don't know if that makes me old or just what. Make me old or just what? Don't know. Makes me feel old. That's for sure.
Probably easier. Of course, again.
Maybe I can get this loose enough that I can get underneath there and get to that bolt. Har har. Oh, what do you do? Okay, so we'll wander over here and I'll see if I can show you what it takes to take the side console off one of these tractors. Down in here, there is 2 bolts. Fortunately for me, there's one right there and there's usually one below it, but whoever had this off last time didn't put the bottom one in. But the bolt I'm after is that one right down in there to get that floor pan up. So you got to take at least the 2 out up here, possibly the 3rd. These 2, usually you just got to loosen these 2 up. And then you can slide it off the end of the little shaft down there. But then you got to get that off over there. So that's what I'm doing now. Just trying to finagle that apart. Sometimes you gotta have a shorty wrench in order to get this one off underneath here, but I'll see what today brings. Actually, it's going to go pretty easy. Imagine that. This is a pretty unmolested tractor. Really, I think the only thing that's ever been done to it is the cab removed. Otherwise, it's pretty much all original. Hence why it needs a hydraulic line or two once in a while. Stuff starts to rot out and rub against each other and so forth and so on. Don't say new stuff's better, because I had my Massey this spring had a hose that rubbed a hole in too. It was quite infuriating that day. I wasn't too happy of a camper. Of course, it does it on a Sunday too, and it uses special fittings just for that particular hose that wore through. So I had to actually go down to the fancy hydraulics place in the cities in order to get one made for me. Because even the AGCO dealer laughed at me. He's like, "We have no clue what you got going on there." And I was like, "Oh, that ain't good." So yeah, that caused at least a couple days of downtime on that one. I don't think I got back to planting until Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon. Ouch. Be a pain, and it will. There. See if I can lose some nuts and bolts in the process here. That wouldn't be unheard of, so to speak. So that should be loose. Now, the next question is whether or not the rubbers will come off. One off, that's good. Two off. Three off, yay! Some days I get lucky. There you go, that's what it takes to get one of those off. All that just to get to this one bolt right here. Go figure, right? But, like I said, it is an unmolested tractor for the most part. It's kind of nice to keep it that way. I think we'll leave all that stuff lay back here. I may or may not get back to this thing today or tomorrow. Throw all that stuff up there. And we'll go around the other side. I'm thinking, just for sanity's sakes, I might pull that shifter out, because I don't think I'm going to get up far enough to be able to do my monkeying with this hydraulic line. Here's one panel. Now, let's see what our luck is. Where does that little bugger line go? Is that one right there? Is it that one right there? Let me see, the big bugger. Nope, it's one that goes into the top of the Hey, we might have the room enough to get to it. Nope, that ain't that one. Where does that little bugger go? Hey, right there. Doesn't mean that we're going to be able to get it off easy, because it's kind of a, yeah, this line right here. As you can tell, we got some good Canadian dirt in the top of this transmission. I've never had the top of this thing off. Got some weeds stuck in her. So we'll go ahead and make duty on scraping her all off here. So what is this? Is this the steering priority valve, or is that, yep, she goes up to the steering. Probably get all this stuff taken apart and put it all back together, and then take it up to the pressure washer before I put it all back together. That makes the most sense, doesn't it? It does to me anyway. I can wash all this stuff off. Good Canadian dirt though, she doesn't rust. Doesn't appear to be rusting anyway. This is the line that we're dealing with right here. Down and around the bottom side of the hydraulic pump. And I suppose, being that it goes to the bottom side of the hydraulic pump, and that I just put 10 gallons of hydraulic fluid in this thing, it'll probably piss it all out on the ground. So, might be one of those things that now that I know what it looks like, I might go find a new line and then deal with it. So maybe I can get the bottom off and put it back together quick. Let me look and see if I got a blowgun in this. Let's just see if she's gonna piss fluid all over hell. Doesn't exactly look to be a easy one to fish out either. So that might become the challenge of the day as well. I really don't want to take that apart until I clean that up. I think I have some. I might have a breath of brake clean here.